Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to day 22 of our 30-day yoga challenge. My name is Natasha, and today we are focusing on worthiness. As always, have any props that you need. I have my blocks and my strap behind me. Just have them ready next to your mat, just for when you need them. Do what works best for you and your body. Everything I say is an option, not an order. And yeah, so today we are focusing on worthiness, the affirmation mantra, I am worthy. And what I really want us to focus on today, and what we're going to be kind of incorporating into the practice, is the idea of taking up space. We're going to be really elongating ourselves, so lots of side stretches and just really creating space in our body and taking up space, because you are worthy of taking up space. Now, I know that this concept, it's kind of more easy when we're having like a good body image day, or when we're kind of feeling good in ourselves. It's like easy to kind of be like, yes, I deserve to take up space, or yes, I'm worthy of taking up space and worthy of, existing, not like completely easy, but it's easier, right? Whereas on some days, like for example, today I am very bloated, I'm not feeling too hot, I have my sweatpants on, and I just wanted to, and like my hair back, and I just wanted to show up here today on a more kind of bad body image day, or a day where I'm kind of feeling kind of meh, and take up space, because on those days, that's what we really have to work on that, and to challenge the idea of, even when you don't feel as confident in your body, you are still worthy of taking up space. Even when you kind of feel like, bleh, even when you're not feeling good, you're not feeling yourself, you're still worthy and you're still deserving of all the good things in the world. And yeah, that's pretty much the vibe of today, is that no matter what, you are worthy. No matter what, you deserve to take up space. Like, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we base our worthiness on so many different things, like our production, how hard we're working, our accomplishments in life, our success in life, our health. Like, there's this idea of like, if you're healthy, you're worthy. Where does that leave people with chronic illnesses like myself? You know what I mean? It's like we base worthiness on if you feel good, if you look good. And I think it's like finding the worthiness and finding the beauty and the idea that you are enough, like, no matter what. Even if you feel like crap, even if you feel bad, even if, no matter what your body looks like, no matter what you do in your life, no matter what, even, this idea that you're only worthy if you're like the societal standard, and that's not true. That is not true. And that's what I'm here to do for you today, is to just tell you that you are worthy no matter what. You are worthy simply because you are a human, and you are worthy of taking up space in all shapes, sizes, forms, everything, on your good days and bad. So I will stop ranting at you, and we will go ahead and get started. So we're going to get started in a child's pose today. So you can, as always, use a pillow or a bolster or anything that you enjoy in your child's pose. I want you to bring your knees as wide as the mat. I want you to sink your hips back to your heels, and then go ahead and walk those hands out for me and drop that chest down to the mat. And just sink down into your child's pose here. As always, bring your awareness to your breath. Noticing your breath as it goes in and out through your nose. Not changing anything about it just yet. Just using our breath to bring us to this space, to our mat, to the present. And just start to deepen and lengthen those inhales and exhales. With every inhale, you fill up the chest, fill the belly, take up space. As you exhale, you sink deeper into the mat, maybe sink the hips deeper to the heels. And as you breathe here, I want you to start to take inventory and think about, when I say you are worthy, if you say to yourself, I am worthy, what are the constraints that come up? What are the blockages that come up? Does your mind instantly go to, no, I'm not worthy because X, Y, Z? Does it feel uncomfortable to say, I am worthy, I am deserving? If it does, I want you to examine that. Where does it come from? Why do you feel unworthy? 10 out of 10 times, it is someone else's voice that has told you that. It is society that has told you that. The feeling of unworthiness, of being undeserving, of not being good enough is a learned behavior. Guilt and shame and feeling unworthy is something that we're not born into this world feeling. We have been taught it. So I really want you to dive deep and examine, why do I feel that way? And not casting judgment on yourself for feeling this way, not attaching yourself to it. Remembering that we are human, and again, as humans, we learn these things. We learn these behaviors from our experiences, from what people have told us. It's okay. I mean, it's not okay. I don't want you. It's unfortunate that that happens, that we feel that we are unworthy. It's unfortunate that we have learned that. But now it's time to unlearn that. It is time to unlearn that. Continue to repeat the affirmation and mantra, I am worthy. I deserve good things. And I want you to continue to repeat that mantra every single day until it feels true, until you truly, truly believe it. Because I can tell you that it is true. Let's seal this with a few deep breaths. I want you to inhale in through the nose, filling up, again, taking up space. And open mouth, exhale. Big inhale in, fill up, take up as much space as you can. Open mouth, exhale. Last one, biggest yet. Really breathe in, fill up. Take up space because you deserve it. No more shrinking yourself. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale here, exhale. Walk your hands over to the right, taking a side stretch here in your child's pose. I want you to breathe into this left side. Feel that space from your left hip to left rib cage expand. And we're creating that expansion here. We're breathing into that space and creating new space. So you just continue to expand ourselves because we deserve it. No more shrinking yourself. On your next inhale, go ahead and walk your hands through center, and exhale, walk them over to the left. Now breathing into that right side body, same thing. Create space from that right hip to right rib cage. Breathe into it. Take up space because you deserve it. We're no longer shrinking ourselves to fit into these societal standards of what's worthy and what's not. We're going to take up as much space as we want to. Inhale, gently come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, gently rise up to your tabletop. Shoulder, elbow, wrists are stacked. Hips are stacked over the knees. As always, you can place support under the knees if you need it. We'll go for our cat-cows here. I want you to inhale, lift the chin, open the chest, arching the back. Exhale, go ahead and round the back, dome out the shoulders, chin to chest. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Continue to flow here for 5 to 7 breaths, linking breath to movement. And doing what feels good and what feels right, and maybe making these moves really exaggerated. I feel like another way that, we kind of shrink ourselves and try to not take up space is not just in the physical, right? Because society wants us to shrink our bodies, but we also shrink our personalities. We also kind of shrink who we are to kind of fit to the societal norms. I don't want you to do that anymore. I want you to take up space in that way too. I want you to be yourself. I want you to be loud, be proud, be weird. Or if you like being normal, you know, that's fine too. Just be you. Go ahead and finish up this last round. And gently come back to your neutral spine. Now we're going to, again, try to take up space here on our sides, create that expansion. So what I want you to do is tuck your left hip to your left shoulder. So you're kind of squeezing that left hip to left shoulder, crunching into that side, that oblique, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. So you're creating space in the right side body. You're lengthening that right side body. Maybe stay here. Maybe if you'd like to reach this right arm up and then over to the left. So you're expanding even more in that right side. And just breathe here. Breathe into that right side. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, release. We'll go to the other side. So now I'm going to kind of crunch and squeeze into my right side. Trying to get my right hip to my right shoulder, gazing over my right shoulder, really expanding in my left side. And then maybe I'm going to lift that left arm and reach it over to the right. Just breathe into that left side. Take a big inhale here, exhale, gently release. Now we'll find our downward facing dog. So when you're ready, go ahead and tuck those toes. Inhale those hips up and back. Find your downward facing dog here. Press those palms into the mat. Drive those heels down towards the mat. Of course, it doesn't matter if they touch or not. Just intentionally pushing them down. Maybe take a moment to lift those heels, come onto the toes, and then really press them down. Now, option to stay right here. Option, if you want a little hip opener, you're going to bring your left foot to center and inhale that right leg up and back. Exhale, bend at the knee, kick yourself in the butt with your heel, and open the hip. Inhale, come back to center and exhale, release. Right foot drops to center. Inhale that left leg up and back. Exhale, bend at the knee, kicking yourself in the butt with your heel. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, release. Now inhale, gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, travel into a forward fold, however you want to get there. Bunch of baby steps, or maybe one big old step for me. Come into your forward fold. Relaxing here in this forward fold. And again, just allowing yourself to kind of exist here, right? The idea of widening our feet to honor and make space for our belly and thighs is allowing ourselves to take up space. Allowing ourselves to not force ourselves to, bring the feet in and be really uncomfortable here. We're taking up space and showing ourselves that we believe that we're worthy every time you take a variation that honors your body. So go where it feels good. Widen those feet. Make space. Take up space. Maybe grab opposite elbows here. Maybe sway from side to side. Do what feels good. Come to stillness. Bring those hands to your shins. Press into them. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise all the way to standing. And exhale, bring those hands to your heart center. We're going to stand tall here in our Tadasana mountain pose. Maybe bring your hands to your sides, palms facing forward. You can close your eyes if it feels good. And just breathe here. Maybe lift up all 10 toes and bring them back down to the mat. And again, just standing strong, tall, powerful here. standing your ground because, again, you deserve to. You deserve this space. You deserve your place on this earth. You deserve to be you. You deserve to stand your ground. We'll take some community breaths here. Remember, there's a ton of people here flowing with you. Take a big inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Share some of this energy with the community. Big inhale in. Take up space. Open mouth, exhale. Last one here, biggest yet. Fill up, fill up. Fill up a little more. And open mouth, exhale. All right, we'll start to invite in some movement here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, take a side bend to the right. Again, creating that expansion in left side. Trying to keep the chest as open as you can to the ceiling. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, gently rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend, other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale those hands to your heart. Last one, inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, that side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, my lovelies, we are going to get into some warriors, some lunges here. I want you to make sure you have your blocks in a place that's accessible for you. So I'm going to put mine at the top of my mat just so they're there whenever I need them. I'm going to come to stand at the top of my mat. I'm going to bring my hands to my hips. I'm going to bring my right foot to center and then step my left leg back deeply into my high crescent lunge. So right knee bends over ankle. Back leg is as straight as you can get it with your heel over your toes on the ball of that back foot. Take a second to feel this power here, square off the torso. And then we inhale those arms up. And we breathe here. Inhale, really reach. Exhale, open up to your warrior 2. So I'm going from a closed hip to open hip, closed arms to open arms. Knees stay over that ankle in the front, back leg spins flat, back foot. I'm going to gaze over my front fingers. Take a second to check in with those shoulders, make sure they're not shrugged up to the ears. And now inhale, shift forward. Exhale, find an extended side angle. You can place that right hand on a block here, but I encourage you to bring that right forearm to right thigh and take this side bend version. So again, we're creating this space, this expansion, trying to keep chest open to the ceiling. Breathing here. And then inhale, use the quarter rise. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Now, creating space in that front. Inhale, center. Exhale, we just gently step back to the top of our mat. We'll take it to the other side. Left foot comes to center. Right foot steps back into that deep lunge for our high crescent. Front knees over ankle. And the ball of that back foot. Square off the torso and hips. And then inhale, lift the arm. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, open up to that warrior 2. Opening up arms and hips. Spinning the back foot flat, gazing over front fingertips. Check in with those shoulders. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, find that extended side angle, maybe that side bend. Keep chest open to the ceiling. Inhale, use the core to rise. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Inhale, rise, and exhale, just travel back to the top of your mat. All right, my dears, I want you to take those blocks with you. Come to face the long edge of your mat. I'm gonna kind of put one on either side here, because we're gonna go for triangle pose on both sides, but coming from a wide-legged center. So, starting with my legs wide. First, we're gonna take triangle to the front of our mat. So from here, I'm going to turn my right toes to face the front of my mat. I'm setting up for my triangle pose. Legs are straight. You can always keep a micro bend in the knee. Extend the arms. I'm gonna inhale, shift forward. This back hip kind of pops out. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, find your triangle. Now this is where that block can come in. You can place that hand down on the block. You can rest it on your shin, or you can hover it. Now what I really want you to try to do here is open that chest to the ceiling and get your whole body on this single plane, as if you were kind of smushed in between two panes of glass. We're creating space here in this outer hip and in our hamstrings. Inhale, use the core to rise. Exhale, reverse your triangle. Now creating the space in this front side. Inhale, rise, and exhale, release. Come to face the center of your mat. We'll take a wide-legged fold here. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we fold. Now do what feels right and good here. So you can bend into one knee, bend into the other. Don't mind my knees popping. Gonna be 30 in like 2 weeks. It happens. You can kind of shake your butt. Just going where your body wants to go here for a few breaths in this wide-legged fold. And go ahead and find stillness. Bend into the knees, bring hands to hips, and inhale, rise. Now we'll find our triangle towards the opposite direction. So turning those left toes out now to face the back of your mat. Arms come out. Inhale, we shift forward, popping that right hip out now. And exhale, finding your triangle pose. Again, use that block. Really try to open that chest to the ceiling. You'll feel this in that right hip and your hamstrings. Breathe here. Inhale, we use the core to rise, and exhale, reverse that triangle. Inhale, we rise, and exhale, we release. All right, we're gonna bring it back down to our mat. Get my blocks out of the way. I'm gonna come back just standing at the top of my mat. Just inhale those arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands for me and just step back one foot. Gently step back the other. Take a drink of water. All right. We're going to come to a seat on our butts. Any seat that is comfortable for you. I like a good old-fashioned just sitting cross-legged, but you can sit on your knees, on a pillow, bolster, whatever feels good. All right. We're going to take more side bends here. I want you to bring that right hand down. Inhale, that left arm up and open. Again, we try to keep that chest open to the ceiling. Pushing that left hip down. Breathing into this space from left hip to left rib cage. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. So left hand comes down, right arm comes up and open. Breathe into that right side. Inhale, come center, and exhale, release. We'll take some twists here. So I want you to inhale those arms up, and exhale, just gently twist to the right. You can bring that left hand to right knee, tent those right hands behind you, gaze over the right shoulder. Keeping a tall spine here as we twist. And just breathing. Inhale, everything comes back to center, and exhale, twist to the other side. So right hand can come to left knee, left hand can tent behind you. You can gaze over that left shoulder. Stay nice and tall here as you breathe. Inhale, everything comes to center. And exhale, we release. We're going to go ahead and finish this class as we started it in our child's pose. I want you to bring those knees as wide as the mat. Sink those hips back to your heels. Extend the arms. And just lower yourself down into the mat, into your child's pose. I want you to remind yourself that you are worthy. You are worthy. I don't care how many times I have to say it. I don't care how many times you have to say it to yourself. Continue to repeat this affirmation until you believe it. You are worthy on good days. You're worthy on bad days. I know it's so weird to say that to yourself. Believe me, I know. But one day, you will start to believe it. And if I say it to you enough, and if you say it to yourself enough, you'll start to believe it. Think about how long you were taught and you learned the feeling of unworthiness. For me, it's been, almost 30 years that I've been living here as a human. 30 years of having it shoved down my throat that you need to shrink, you need to be smaller, you need to take up less space. And that you're not worthy because of X, Y, Z. It will take time to unlearn. But you're here and you're starting and you're doing the work. So just remember that you are worthy and deserving of taking up space. Seal this with a breath. Take a big inhale in, filling up, taking up all that space. And open mouth, exhale. I encourage you to breathe deeply here for at least 5 breaths. And just repeat that affirmation. I am worthy. I deserve to take up space. As long as you'd like. This is where I will leave you, my friends, and I will see you tomorrow.